qualified and won his first round game with some astonishing finishing against Ryan Harrington, son of the great man Rod.
First leg, it's Stefan to throw first. Game on.
Stefan Nilles will get us underway. And that is a jumpy little darts action, isn't it?
44.
Little hop from Stefan Nilles. We won't get any of that from Florian, who is rock solid.
100.
And I've just been really impressed whenever I've seen him. I think he's got directly beneath him. He's like a cat on a tin roof.
$100. $95.
Not necessarily an impossible action to make work with that little hop. I mean, somebody
100.
like Nathan Aspinall, former UK Open champion, of course, and Premier League runner-up last year. He's got a little hop, not quite as pronounced as that. I mean, I don't know what Stefan Nilles'
98.
nickname is. I assume it's something to do with a cat, because he's got a panther on the back of his shirt.
140. Stefan, you require 164.
Well, there's the 4.
64.
And there's the 60, so he's knocked it off to
Florian
leave a
requires
flat
61.
ton. Could have been worse. Hempel wanted the 25, doesn't get it. And he doesn't get the double 16 either.
Sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Well, I can sympathise with technology problems because I'm in a basement in Birmingham trying to figure out what's going on over in Germany at the minute. So Daniela is not
Stefan,
alone
you
in that
require
regard.
100.
100 left for Stefan Nilles. Could go tops. Decided against it.
80.
And maybe that last dart
Florian
suggests he
requires
should have gone
16.
for it.
Game shot and the first leg, Florian Hempel.
Nicely done by Florian Hempel. I wasn't sure with that first dart at double
Second
four was
leg,
any
it's Florian
guide,
to
any
draw
help
first.
to him, but by the looks of it, it was. He makes this game look very,
Game on.
very straightforward, doesn't he? He just sort of stands there and lets them go.
99. $55.
There's no waiting around with Florian
100.
Hempel. It's just sort of stand there. He has that little trigger movement where he just gets the arm moving forward and then it's back and forward and release and that's it. It is very, very quick, very, very uncomplicated.
96. $92.
Hempel did start today with a victory. Beat Nico Springer. And
55.
put in a 94.5 average, which is the best we've seen so far today. No, tell a lie. Martin Schindler threw a 96. It's the second best we've seen today.
58.
I would suggest if he's going to live around that mid-90 average for today, he will do very, very well out of this Group C, which, as I mentioned earlier, looks
58.
wide open to
Florian
me.
require 152.
Hempel could well top it, despite the presence of Marjanovic, although Gotthard might have something to say about that. 6-0 win for
60.
him to kick things off.
$58. Florian require 92. 60.
Well, I think, I'm not entirely sure because you don't always have the camera angle to see, but on some shots you will see. I think Florian Hempel's darts kick over a little to the
58.
right-hand side. So
Florian,
if
you
he is
require
missing
32.
outside on things like double 16, it can get a bit awkward. Bit like that.
No score.
And
Stefan,
he
you
keeps on
require
missing.
121.
Nilles is not as close as he would like to be. In fact, he's not close enough at all.
81. Florian
Now he
requires
is.
32.
You can't carry on missing here, Florian.
Game shot
No,
and the
so he
second
doesn't.
leg,
Fair
Florian
enough.
Hempel.
Always nice to see somebody take on advice.
Third leg, it's Stefan to throw first. Game on. .43. .100.
A little disappointed after that first start, I would think.
.86. .100.
He's done the same thing again. If your first dart is going in that treble 20, if you're really going to be a top dart player, you've got to use that.
101.
And that's back-to-back visits where Florian hasn't been able to do it. Look, he looks the better player in this game right now. He's done it again. Now could he follow?
99.
This time he's forced away from the bed where he had the marker. So that would be a little bit of a concern. I mean, he's hitting his first dart in the treble 20. That's great.
40.
But room for improvement. Oh, he keeps on doing it, doesn't he? There we go.
132.
Nothing wrong with that. Was looking for the 170 to leave 32.
41. Florian, you require 70.
Yeah, he is all over Stefan Nilles like a rash.
Game shot and the third leg, Florian Hempel.
15 darter, and that was a cruise for
Fourth
Florian
leg is
Hempel.
Florian to throw first.
A
Game
double
on.
break of throw as well. And if he continues... First, he's averaging 60 with his first dart. I mean, this game gets an
140.
awful lot easier if your first dart goes in the treble 20. It would get easier still if you could follow it a little more often.
140. $100.
Everything here suggests that Stefan Nilles is going to have his work cut out
140.
if he's going to make it through the first stage of this Super League after the first couple of days. But Florian Hempel might well be one
100.
to watch. I think that might have been a safe assumption before we got going, but it's only been confirmed by what we've seen in the first 3.5 legs of this
45.
one.
Florian, you require 161.
6 darts from here for Hempel for a 4-0 lead. Making a bit of a mess of things.
43. $140.
Ooh, the darts,
Florian,
Stefan
you require
Nilles.
118.
Pressure. Oh, the chance has gone.
80. Stefan, you require 36.
Curious board management from Hempel, who's ended up leaving himself on double 19. You might be let off.
18.
And he is let off.
Florian, you
3
require
darts
38.
missed by Nilles. Double 8s.
30. Stefan, you
Profligate.
require 18. Game shot, and the fourth leg, Stefan Nilles.
And it's a break back, so maybe this isn't going to be the stroll that it looked like it might be for Florian Hempel
Fifth
in
leg,
his
it's Stefan to throw
second
first,
game of the
game
day.
on.
Speaking of second games of the day, Dragutin Horvat is in action in Group A. We saw him lose his opener,
140.
despite averaging in the 90s. Well, he's 2-0 up on Marcel Gurdon. And Michael
100.
Hertz, who produced a bit of a shock for my money in beating Nico Kurtz in his opening game, trails Christian Bunser by 1-0.
81.
And Stefan Nilles just upped
45.
things, maybe forcing Florian Hempel into a few mistakes.
$36. 81. 96. 80. 130. Stefan, you require 148.
3 points between them.
48. Florian, you require 145.
Trouble 15 or 19. Went the 19's route and couldn't get it.
139.
And
Stefan, you require
bizarrely has left himself
100.
double 3. Oh, I like it. Oh, unlucky
60,
Stefan Nilles going for the
68.
treble double on the 16s.
Florian requires
Now,
6.
why did you do this, Florian Hempel?
No score.
Why? I mean, it's all well and good doing that, but you've left yourself
Stefan, you
double
require
3.
32.
I know somebody who loves a double 3, but he's about a third
Game
of the
shot and
size
the
of
fifth
Florian
leg,
Hempel. It's in his eye
Stefan
line.
Nilles.
A bizarre decision that may
Sixth
well
leg
have
is
cost
Florian
him
to
the
throw
leg.
first.
And who knows? This game might be changing. Back-to-back legs for Stefan Nilles, a man who did not look like he was
45.
even in the match in the opening 3 legs.
$58. 97. 59. 140. 99. 119.
Hempel just reasserting himself.
$134. Florian, you require 100. $43. Stefan, you require 151.
Well, the 151's not going to go, and Hempel is going to be allowed some darts
81.
to re-establish a 2-leg gap. This is a very different game from when Florian Hempel was 3-0 up
Florian
and
require
seemingly
57.
cruising, missing darts for a 4-0 lead, of course. Good marker.
Game shot and the
And
sixth
there
leg,
it
Florian
is.
Hempel.
I think that's relief more than anything for Florian Hempel, who
Seventh
could
leg, it's Stefan to
see a
draw
game
first.
that he was
Game on.
dominating, perhaps slipping through his fingers for a moment there. Still in charge of it right now, though. Dragutin Horvat in charge against Marcel Gerd on 3-1 up.
134.
Early stages in Bunzer versus Hertz and Siepmann versus Obst. 2-1 Bunzer, 1-1 between Siepmann and Obst.
140.
If you do want to check all the results as they are coming in, tv.dartconnect.com, you want to check PDC
97.
Europe's Twitter account. That will tell you the list of all the streamed matches we've got coming up today on this board.
100.
And if you'd rather listen to some more informed, more entertaining and far more German people than I, then please go and watch it on the other stream. I'll be honest,
100.
I'd be doing that myself if I wasn't here.
$91. Stefan, you
Now
require
then,
170.
gents. Two big fish. The first one got away.
84. Florian, you require 170.
And the second one, well, we'll never know. Might not have even been there in the first place. Probably a myth.
92. Stefan, you require 86.
18 segment again. Now double 7.
72. Florian, you require 78.
Okay. Double 9. When he
50.
got a dart at the outer ring, which is what he was after.
Stefan, you require 14.
These can get awkward.
Game shot and the seventh
Nothing
leg.
awkward about that, though. Stefan Nilles clinging on in this game.
8th leg is Florian to throw first.
He's won 4 legs. He's lost 3, Florian Hempel, and he has missed darts to win all 3 legs that he's lost.
43.
And you can see this frustration there. He thinks he should have already won this game. But by just kicking off 43 there, he is in danger. Stefan Nilles, if he wins this leg,
95.
he might become favourite to win the match, because it would be a break and he would only need 2 holds to see it out.
85.
And Florian Hempel's biggest enemy right now might be himself, because you can see the frustration rising. Played pretty well in his opening game. Mid-90s
100.
average. It is almost 15 points off that right now.
96. 94. 140.
Desperately needed that. It still might not be enough.
96. Florian require 137.
Single 18, leaves himself on top.
97.
Uses the board
Stefan, you
sensibly
require
there.
116.
Florian Hempel. May not matter, because there's going to be a dart to break. And Stefan Nilles could become favourite.
70.
Oh, and that is not very far
Florian
away.
require 40.
Not far away at all. There have been misses at doubles, though, from Florian Hempel.
Game shot and the 8th
Not
match, Florian
this
Hempel.
time. He edges closer to the finishing line, but not without a massive scare.
9th leg is Stefan to throw first. Game on.
Credit to Stefan Nilles, who's come back into this, hung on in.
100.
But I don't know if that might be the key moment in the game.
100.
Hits that 1 dart at tops, 4 apiece, and maybe he could feel Florian Hempel crumbling.
$100. $95. $137.
Good darts, Stefan Nilles. 164 left.
58. Stefan, you require 164.
Now the bullseye to round it off to the ton.
57.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised he didn't, considering he went for the 19-second dart. Interesting decision. He could have been coming back with a 2-darter, as it is.
100.
He's going to have
Stefan,
to use
you
all
require
three
107.
here. 12-16.
51. Florian, you require 148. 96. Stefan, you require 56.
Pressure.
36.
And the pressure tells.
Florian, you require 52.
Match darts incoming for Florian Hempel. He was cruising in this game.
20.
But things have got harder and harder as it's gone on.
Stefan, you require
2
20.
match darts missed. Stefan Nilles.
Game shot.
He
and
asks
ninth
the
leg,
question
Stefan
of
Nilles.
Florian Hempel, can you close this out on your own throw?
10th leg is Florian to throw first. Game on.
He has been broken already in this game once. There was a missed dart at tops for a 116 checkout to break
93.
him again. Stefan Nilles may well need a 15-darter here. He might need a 12-darter.
137.
And that is a decent start.
$140.
Good response.
$100.
Nilles hopping his way back into contention.
No, 101.
Clever use of the board again by Hempel. I've been quite impressed with how he's tried to use the board and manage it.
45. Florian,
And
you
he's got
require
6 darts from here to close it
167.
out. That's a poor one. Great response.
85.
There have been so many times in this game where one dart has landed in the treble and he's not been able to follow it. And he could pay the price. 19s.
99.
Again,
Florian
Nilles
require
leaves himself
82.
a makeable finish if there's a mistake. Oh, where's he going here? It should be treble 14 and tops. It should be. No, okay. 54 for 28.
54. Stefan, you require 120.
Oh, and the chance goes. That was it. Well, Stefan Nilles, look, one dart missed the
32.
tops for 116. He had a look at
Florian
the
require
120 there.
28.
He couldn't take either.
Game shot
Had he
and the
taken
match,
one
Florian
or both,
Hempel.
it might have been different. But Florian Hempel, dominant at the start, stuttered towards the end. But the former